So it was a tight thing. Eh? You are being given 200. You are using almost half of it for fare. You are remaining with less than 100 for survival. I say, hey, this is terrible. Hey, me to live in such a life. No. 2008, I went to Agorosare Primary. Oyugis. I met Mr. Ochieng Joma.
So you didn't take long in Nairobi?
Yeah, I didn't.
Same year?
1 year. Struggling and doing casual job. Mujengo, that is. Oyugis. So I was given a room in the school compound. Imagine you are one person staying in a room, the school compound. Daytime you survive, nighttime is when you try to cook.
And Agorosare is a big school.
It's a big school.
So, the field.
The field with all the
school has a big field
with all the mosquitoes at night.
And then it is in the middle of the town.
Yes.
And the place looks.
I struggle in Agorosare. Oh, weekend I used to weeding in people's farms, going to doing Mujengo. Weekdays I struggle reading, making sure that I get scholarship. There was people who were humiliating me, these boda guys, when they see you in short trousers.
Yes.
You are going to school, you are huge, you see. But I never gave them listening. I could not. I just gave them deaf ears, assumed there is nothing taking place. I got 397. And I was admitted at Maranda High School.
This is your 6th or 7th attempt?
5th attempt.
Okay, so you admitted to Maranda
High School.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even touch the letter because I knew no one will support me.
Yes.
A pastor, I met a pastor.
Pastor who? What's the name?
He's known as Pastor Aldo Moro, Tom Dege. He has a school in Aldo Rebi Junior Academy. Tom Dege, Aldo Moro.
Okay.
SDA.
When did you meet him in Oyugis?
In Oyugis, he convinced me and he told me, gentlemen, go and repeat in my school. I'll take care. I went to Aldo Rebi Junior Academy in 2009 now. That is my 6th attempt.
Location?
Narok. Ndulele.
Ndulele.
Yes.
Okay. This is 2009 or 8?
2009 now.
9 now, yeah.
That is my 6th attempt.
Yes.
In life, I've never been in a problem than the one I met in Narok. Because he was training pastor, choir. He could move to Bugema, Uganda, Nini. You are there staying in a room. You don't have anything to eat, you see. So I used to collect A sometime. I go pick A,
Yes.
Yeah, picking them, loading them to lorry trucks. I am getting 100, 200, maintaining me. I really struggled by then. I got at Aldorebi, Ndulele. Life was very hard because it is far away. I don't know anybody there, you see. So it was pure sasa manual works and struggling. I really struggled. What was affecting my performance was stability, environment. When you are psychologically stable and your environment is okay, you can perform higher. But when you struggle to get your food, or you are struggling also to get scholarship, to pass high, it is challenging. So I used to collect hay to survive, to some police officers and a few teachers and business people around. I sat for KCPE, I got 4-1. I was admitted to Kapsabet Boys High School.
Among your classmates, the candidates in that particular year, what position did you take in terms of ranking in your class KCPE results?
I used to be number 1 in many times.
So you were certainly the best student
during that time.
Yes. Do you join Kapsabet?
I still have the letter with me. I didn't join Kapsabet. Life was hard. I stayed there. Even the promise I was given, it was never fulfilled, but I thank God for them.
You what?
See, when I was being told to go repeat there, I was told that there was a amount I'll be supported and what have you. I know,
Why didn't he?
many a times those who were calling me to repeat, they are promising or being given big promises that they will give you a scholarship. I know so and so. I know so and so.
But then another thing happens back in Nyanza.
Yes.
It's really true. People always, want you, if you're a student that does well in school, they'll want you to come and sit in a particular school so that you leave the name of the school.
That definitely was
used to happen.
After. Yeah, it used to happen. It happened to me. Then I stayed. Over my real work was Mujengo over the holiday. Even when I was waiting for the result, that's why I was admitted to Kapsabet. It was Mujengo full time. I did Mujengo.
You went to Kapsabet?
I didn't go to Kapsabet.
Still at Narok?
No, I left Narok. Immediately after KCPE, I went back to Oyugis.
Oh.
Yeah, I left Narok.
Okay.
So at Oyugis is where,
So Narok, this is now your 6th attempt or 7th?
That is the 7th attempt.
Yes.
I went to, Ilibris Hotel in Oyugis.
Yes.
I was doing Mujengo there.
So now you leave Narok after doing KCPE and you've got an admission at Kapsabet school.
Yes.
But you can't join because the person, the one of this school where you start your KCPE, did not keep his word to take you through high school.
Exactly.
Now you come back to Oyugis.
I came back to Oyugis.
What do you do at Oyugis during this time?
Mujengo for survival.
Okay. Who do you live with?
I was living alone.
At a rental?
A rental, 200 per month. I was doing to the duration when I see that it is almost the deadline to repeating school up to February there. When I didn't get the support, definitely I go back I look for where to go and repeat. So afterwards, when I saw there was nothing coming over, I went to a Bishop Ongiro school in Kosele, known as Agape Junior Academy. I stayed in Agape.
Was this a school that was doing well?
Yes. I registered still, KCPE. That is my 8th attempt.
Did you pay the enrollment money?
No, I was being supported fully by the Bishop.
Yes. This is now 2010.
2010. I sat KCPE. I scored 400. Admitted again, Maranda High School.
Yes.
I didn't even touch. I don't know even how that letter looked like up to date.
You didn't go for it?
I was really disappointed. Then I stayed. By then now, I said no. I have to look for the strategy. I've been going to school and not excelling. So the only thing
you are excelling, but you are not progressing.
Progressing.
Yes.
The only thing I can do is to look for a district where even those who scored 3 something are the best. So I checked the list of Nyanza. I was seeing Nyando district. By then I had few academies, you see. And during this time is when Nani introduced, Ole Kiapi and Professor Sam Ongerio introduced that priority to be given public primary school. So I say no to any private school. Let me check. So I went to there checking where to stay, where to repeat, with all in vain. I went to Ringa now. I got a school known as Oriri Primary School. Oriri Primary School, the leading there used to be 290, 300. I enrolled at Oriri. Full-time, manual laborer, full-time class time
you were finding
student.
time to go and,
I was looking for the least school. I said I've been looking for the best school where I've taken places. So I said
be the best and be considered.
Yeah. So I said I want the least school because I have the brain. I don't care whether they have good teachers or not. I want to go to the least school so far. I went to Oriri Primary. I know number 2, I defeated with more than 90 marks. You see?
You got how many marks?
I got 4.3 and I think he got 320 something. Yeah, it is a history.
It wasn't a
so
nobody had probably might have taken long.
So at Oriri is where I see things, but nobody is happy with someone's success.
Who are these?
I remember one time after sitting and after being admitted to Nairobi school, there was a professor who was looking for somebody to sponsor, and a teacher in the same Oriri primary school saying that I am a resource student. I'm being paid to go do exam and steal exam to other students in order for me to gain. So
It was spoiling for you.
yes, it was spoiling for me. And even then,
So you sit exam. You see when you are done with the KCPE.
yes,
And were you admitted to a school?
I sat for KCPE and I was admitted to Nairobi school now.
Yes.
This is my 9th attempt at Oriri,
last one.
the last attempt
Yes.
at Oriri. And even the villagers, they were not happy because you are not
Villagers in Uriri.
in Oriri.
Which you don't even belong there.
And even I don't even know them. No, this one has been brought to block chances to our children.
Yes.
And their children, nobody has passed, you see. So I struggled. And by then I said, I am not going back. I said, no, I am not going back to do KCPE again. I said, no, I'm not going. I'm not that product now.
So do you join Nairobi school?
I was at Rongo now doing Mujenga again. I relocated to Rongo because I was tired of Yugis now.
Yes.
I was relocated to Rongo. You know the reason why I used to go to different school, I was avoiding humiliation because you are known, you have sat for KCP and you have passed well and nobody, you still want to repeat. So
And some of your classmates have joined.
I've joined, are almost
also hurt
completing. It's also hurting you psychologically. He said no. I went to Rongo, and then by then KCB started also picking because there was also Wings to Fly equity. I applied KCB.
But why didn't you apply the previous?
It was
exams?
not there. But you know, during our 2010 equity Wings to Fly said fully you must be public primary, and I sat in academy.
Yeah, most of the time.
I was admitted to Nairobi school, over 400 marks. So I applied KCB. Then they wanted the chief, assistant chief, and to sign somewhere, and the primary head teacher. When I reached Oyugis, I met somebody there. It's called Mr. Tieno. He was operating a shop and a restaurant. The son also had passed, was admitted at Kanga by then. So he's telling me, no, equity. I had also applied for equity. I had the form. Equity is doing Nini today, interview today. And I was not even shortlisted for the interview. I didn't take my application letter because I was tired. I was saying, all these are none. So
But you go.
I was encouraged by Mr. Tieno. I said, go, I'm the one taking you now. Let's go.
You decided to take you.
He decided to take me. You know me, I'm heavy bodied. I had a body even from then, but he's a slim guy.
Yes.
So I went and explained to Arnold. Arnold was the one picking now, calling people for interview.
What was his position?
He was also one operation manager, Equity Bank Kisumu. They were in the panel. He was among the panel.
But
whatever.
they're now in Oyugis.
They are now in Oyugis Hillbreeze Hotel where I used to do construction. So I stayed there. I explained, I said, "Bana, I'm just from Nairobi now."
Yes.
And I heard that you have an interview. Bana, I have struggled. When you look at me, Bana, look at my face. I've been to Kanga, I've been to Maseno. I have struggled to get this education. Then he was surprised. Hey, but wait. Just wait. If there will be a chance, I'll give you an opportunity to go.
Because you are not submitted your documents.
I have not submitted my documents, but he took my document there and checked and said, fill here. He was touched. Then I where I had not filled, I wrote everything. Then I gave him. Then he told me, just wait there. I'll deal with this one first to go for interview. Then you will be the last. And I was the last at 7:30.
7:30 in the evening.
In the evening, the PM.
How did the interview go?
When we got in with Mr. Tieno, the panelist, they asked who is the student. Among the, I said,
Oh,
no.
because maybe they thought it was him.
I said, I'm the student.
Yes.
I narrated my story. And let me tell you, that day from the interview, I was given 2,000 for supper.
Who gave you this money?
It happened that the head of the chapter manager, the trans manager, Mr. Tom Kuyo, he happened to be also alumni of Nairobi School. And I was admitted to Nairobi School after doing all those struggles. So people were jovial and say, no. I knew I've been taken.
Yes.
Hey, I knew. So,
You go. Where do you go after the interview? This around 7-8.
7 to stay in that kind of my house where I used to reside.
But they tell you they'll speak, they'll give you a response, maybe.
I had a phone and they called, they came to my house, Nini, everything. We were taken to Kasarani and everything was arranged and I joined Nairobi
What's going through
School.
your mind during this time when now you're in the midst of
I'm telling you, the day I was picked is the following days when I went and applied for national identity card. I was not applying for national identity card because, by then Professor Sam Ongeri was keen on the age and what, you see. So I used to change my age.
Yes.
So the day I was picked is the day I rushed home. The 2,000 I was given, I rushed home to Papunditi and I applied for national ID. And that time I said, no, all the problems are done. I will do it. Then I was admitted in Nairobi School.
You joined?
Fortunately, when I was joining Nairobi, I was thinking of what am I going to tell now the teachers that, because I know I will be the oldest in the school.
Yes.
But by reaching the school, I found that the information had already reached the teachers. They were completely waiting for me. Oh, Nyamlori is here now. I said, home at last. And I was relieved.
They were anticipating for your coming.
Yes. Home at last. I didn't explain anything. I was given care, psychological support. Then I started reading now.
Who was the principal at this time?
The principal at Nairobi School, it was a coincidence. The principal of Kapsabet Boys, when I was getting the letter then, is the one who has been transferred to Nairobi School.
Did you ever meet?
Mr. Cleophas Terop. No, I didn't go.
But you shared with him?
I shared with him my Kapsabet story. So, I was admitted in Nairobi.
Where is he today?
He went and he was commissioner at TSC, then nowadays I see he's aspiring to be the governor of Singishu County.
Oh, okay. But they gave you great support throughout your school?
Excellent support, wonderful support.
Equity was sponsoring your education?
Everything, fair, everything, shopping.
These are the projects that I think Equity Bank and especially James Mwangi, the CEO, has been able to do to support the society.
Let me tell you, when I was given the equity and I saw the shopping is full, everything, I say, oh, God, this is what you had planned for me.
Now, do this. I want you to look at the camera and tell Dr. James Mwangi a word or two. I mean, by expressing just what you feel about their support through high school.
Dr. James Mwangi, CEO Equity, what you did to my life was very wonderful. I had struggled, sat for KCPE 9 times, 8 times by then, trying to do this and this, knocking several doors, including the one for politicians. But God touched you and you brought your finalist to come and picked me from nowhere. Now that I'm graduating to be a policy expert who can solve any problem in any organization, who identify the problem affecting both non-governmental organization and profit-making organization. Now I am a professional expert because of Dr. James Mwangi initiative. May God bless you until you are third generation. Yes, if there is a chance in Equity, that is a home. That is a home.
That's your home.
Where I was molded, where I was lifted after stagnating for a long time. I will work honestly to make sure that I perform to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Equity scholarship had so many psychological supports. You are given everything and you are asked how you feel and the problem you are undergoing. Why are you not performing? Why are you not doing this? You see, Equity do follow up. You are attached to a mentor right from Form 1. Though me, I didn't need a mentor because, you know, I was far much even older than those mentees. You see? So, by giving out shopping, is making you be to the level. You have students from well-to-do family, of which they have everything. But when you also have yours,
Yes.
you are at the same level.
Equilibrium, yeah.
My experience, the staff in Equity were very caring. You know, Equity, the staff of the bank, the branch where you were picked, are the one taking care of you, following you up. They were very friendly, and they gave us full support needed to give somebody, a scholar who is learning. So it is an excellent scholarship body which take care of everything, including psychosocial support, to make sure that students excel. You do your best because you are the best when you are being picked. So they make sure that they nurture you such that your output is the best at last.
How do you have a source of income? Like, how do you take care of yourself? How it works?
I don't have any income. I was fully depending on help. I was being given help, which is 45,000 per year. So it is being divided half for first semester, half for second semester, 22,500. So you see, whatever.
That is tuition, or it's inclusive?
It was paying everything. So it is tuition. We used to pay 15,700. Yeah, for your upkeep. So I used to stay in a hostel. I stayed in hostel. I became even a congress in an hostel at KU. So the supplement of whatever I'm doing, sometimes I do online writing.
Yeah.
I was nurtured to do online writing to support myself but after COVID, you saw everything was affected. You hardly get how to write those articles. You hardly get the job. I still struggle. I am a man. But at least now, you know, after going through academic work, academic field, that interactive nature, somebody can tell you, I'm selling this car. Can you get somebody to buy?
Yes.
You get something commission. So generally now I don't have any permanent job. I don't have anything I'm doing. I'm just waiting there. Whatever will be there, I pick it. I do it for my survival.
Did you want to pursue public policy and administration or anything related to that while you were growing up? Or what did
While I was growing up, I wanted to be in the field of medicine. But you know, after going through all those challenges, you know, in counseling or in psychology, whenever you go through problem, your even IQ reduce a bit. Because after struggling, it is unfortunate that when I was in Nairobi school, my mom turned blind, lost sight when I was in Form 2. So, you know, I was struggling also to support my mom at home. Even the shopping I was getting in Equity, I used to divide.
Your dad?
My dad is very old. He's 87 years old now. So it also affected me a bit, but I will never regret. Because, you know, I struggle, but you can't see somebody surviving and you can help. No, I'm not of that type. I always help. Even now, I am a philanthropic in nature. Because I said, if not for the philanthropic nature of James Mwangi, yes, I would have not been
so I think
where I am.
Inculcated that
into me. So I can't see somebody surviving and I have something in my pocket.
So it's through your online writings and all these things that you do where you get commission that you are able to buy food, pay your rent, commute to school.
Yes, it is just through that one, but currently it is not there. Currently you can bid a job and you get it. After 2 weeks you get a job of 1,200 or 1,000. You see, it is a struggle, but I hope one time things will change and it will be back to normal. Hello Kenyans, this is Matthew Nyamlori, a policy expert. I know it is a new course. Many people are not acquainted with it. But Bachelor of Public Policy and Administration, we dwell most in solving problems. You get that most of these non-governmental organization or government organization, some of them are doing losses because of problems. So we identify problem and we solve those problems. I personally am a professional expert, policy expert, which can come up, analyze data, come up with sound policy of any organization and make sure that the problem is solved such that the organization is run smoothly. I can do it very well. I am computer literate. I can produce, I can process data and make it into use in a simpler form. So any organization who is willing to help me get something to support my partially blind mother who lost sight in 2013, my old father who is 85 years old. You can get me from Facebook, Matthew Nyamlori. You can get me from Twitter. My Twitter account is at @Matthew2. You can get me from LinkedIn. My LinkedIn account is Matthew Aol. I'll be very much grateful to exploit my potential and my experience in your organization, to interact with you, to support you, to make sure that you run your organization smoothly. I am a very honest citizen of Kenya who has struggled to make sure that I complete the 844 system. Thank you.
Dickens Kichop, Nation Digital.